What is it about certain thumbnails that just get people to want to click on and then watch those videos? One thing you can be sure of is that it's not luck. Thumbnails are specifically designed and formatted to beat the competition to get more viewers to click on that particular video. And all of the most successful YouTubers use specific methods and strategies to compel their viewers to click on their videos. But what are these methods and strategies that the larger YouTubers are using to find such a lot of success with their thumbnails? And then also, what are some things that you should keep in mind when creating your thumbnails that will help when it comes to winning those clicks? That's exactly what we're going to get into in this video. Hey guys, Chad here with Taja, the AI tool for YouTube that helps creators grow successful channels. And in today's video, we're going to talk about thumbnails and share some things that you can consider when creating your thumbnails that will help you increase your click-through rate. When it comes to thumbnails, what works currently is constantly changing, and that's why methods can become outdated very quickly, resulting in low click-through rates and low views when you upload your content. So that's why a lot of the larger creators spend considerable time creating and designing a thumbnail that they know their viewers will want to click on so they can watch their videos. And so you may have heard about the elements of a good thumbnail, which are things like your thumbnail should stand out from the YouTube page and encourage people to click on your video. And in order to stand out, you should use faces, bold fonts, contrasting colors. But you can spend hours creating an amazing looking thumbnail and it can still fall flat. And if that is the case, then your thumbnail is probably missing this one major element. And it is the one that actually gets people to make the decision to click on your video: curiosity or intrigue. Yes, I know those are two, but those are going to be the deciding factors on whether or not someone clicks on your video to watch versus all the other videos that YouTube is suggesting to the viewer. And so maybe you've seen a video on YouTube that has a thumbnail that is, I don't really know how else to say it, but ugly. Yet the video still has hundreds of thousands or even millions of views. And then you sit there thinking to yourself, how? If I were to bet, I'd say it's because there's some element of curiosity or intrigue in the thumbnail. And you can try this. Scroll through your YouTube suggested feed and find a video that you would want to watch. Then take a close look at the thumbnail to see if there's any sort of curiosity in it. So you are most likely to click on that particular thumbnail because it triggered a feeling of fear of missing out. So your thumbnail should create a gap between what your viewer thinks they know and what they don't know, or something that challenges their beliefs so much so that they can't help themselves but to click on your video to either learn from your video or to confirm or disprove that belief that you've been challenging. If there's one thing to take away from this video, this is it. So what are some things that you should keep in mind when creating your thumbnails? Well, the first is that everybody preaches using bold and contrasting colors, and they're right, but this doesn't mean that you have to include the entire rainbow in your design. In fact, most of the big YouTubers use a maximum of 3 colors inside their thumbnail designs, and this is to keep it looking clean. Then you also want to make sure that the specific subject of your video is front and center on your thumbnail. For example, if you've made a video about a ridiculous looking cake that you've just made, it'll most likely be in your best interest if the cake itself took up the most real estate on your thumbnail. And then you can build some curiosity into it by blurring the image out. So what this does is when people see the thumbnail, they'll click on it to watch the video, probably because they would want to see how the cake actually came out. Is this all making sense so far? Then strong or huge claims through high impact language also works really well. Think along the lines of clickbait. And if you do go this route, then your video must back up or substantiate that huge claim. Because if it doesn't, then this approach is just going to blow up in your face because your viewers will just feel betrayed. They clicked on your video expecting one thing and didn't get that at all. New ideas or perspectives are another way to go, especially if they go against what the current opinion is, and then the one that should be standard whenever you are creating your thumbnails, because this is the one that will most likely help you the most when it comes to increasing your click-through rate, is creating that gap of curiosity in your thumbnail. So when you're creating your next thumbnail, try to include all of these because they all work together with getting people to click. And then if you want to go the extra mile with this, a lot of big YouTubers also A/B test. This is when they create multiple versions of the same thumbnail and then put them up against each other to see which one performs the best. And this can really help improve the performance of your thumbnails because you receive real-world feedback on which thumbnail design people are most attracted to. So going back to when you're creating your thumbnails, You want to make sure that you check these 3 boxes: contrasting colors and a clean design. Your subject is front and center of your thumbnail, and then you want to ask yourself, does this include an element of curiosity or intrigue? And if you're able to check all 3 of these boxes every time you create a thumbnail, you most likely find that your click-through rate does improve, even if you're not an expert at any type of graphic design. Speaking about the design part, I'm curious to know, how long generally does it actually take you to design a thumbnail? Let us know in the comments. And if you got some useful and valuable stuff from this video, we would highly appreciate it if you could leave it a thumbs up. Also, if you want to be kept up to date with all of the latest videos from the channel, remember to hit the subscribe button and enable the notifications so that you will know the very minute we upload a video to the channel. Keep creating, keep growing, and we'll catch you in the next video.